Hey guys, and good morning. Welcome to another live Facebook show. This is Saturday Mega Wellness. I am Del with Omega Sports, and we are excited today to have the wonderful Laura White. Hello, Laura. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. So excited to be here.
Yeah, so Laura, you are the assistant manager of Shred 415. Now, the folks that watch the show and, of course, follow us on Omega Sports know that we are huge fans of Shred 415. So we're happy to have you. You're streaming from Greensboro in your home today, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, so I know there's a lot to talk about because I know everyone's, with pandemic and COVID, we're all trying to find ways to stay active and to continue to move. And I know you guys have been a great source of inspiration to a lot of our customers, especially in the Greensboro area. I know you guys do a lot of things, both online, in your social media, and then I know you've had some outdoor events and we participated in some of those as well. So I can't wait to hear all the great things that you guys are doing right now.
Yes, I'm super excited to share all the fun stuff we've got going on and trying to keep people active during this really difficult time.
Yeah, so we'll dive in a little later on kind of some ideas. I also want to share your inspirational story because I know even though you've been doing this for a little while now, you didn't come to fitness early in life. It was really kind of after a moment in life where you said, you know what, now's the time to do it. And it's pretty much changed your life. And of course, now you're part of the Shred 415 family.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I'm excited to share about that.
Yeah, I've had an opportunity to obviously work with your boss, Steve, who is the franchise owner there in Greensboro. I know he's been working really hard getting his beautiful new studio opened and getting it all, all the equipment in there and just getting the word out around town. And he's done a great job. So I'm excited that he's got a great team, with him. Today, you're going to represent Shred 415, and I can't wait to talk to you a little bit more about it.
Yes, looking forward to it.
All right, well, first I got to do some Omega News. So let me jump into Omega News, and Laura, we will have you back in a second. So for Omega News, if you have been following us and checking your email this week, then you know that right now we are in the middle of a lot of great shoe arrivals at Omega Sports. And we couldn't be more excited about all the fantastic shoes that are coming from from New Balance, from Hoka, One, Saucony, Mizuno, I mean, you name it. But of course, we also have a huge fan base for Brooks. And this last week was the absolute most exciting week for us at Omega Sports in a long time because we had the Ghost 13 arriving in our stores and available for all of our customers online with lots of colors, lots of fun styles that Brooks put together for the Ghost 13. Some quick, I can tell you some quick notes I've gotten from our store, Active Play experts, and from customers. Great color selections this year. Everyone's really excited about color, even more cushioning. Those are some great quick feedback that we've gotten from our stores about their excitement. And then, of course, some of the customers that are excited as well. My earpiece keeps coming out here. And then we actually will have a more intense review coming up. We've actually got a local runner in Charlotte that's going to be doing a review of the Ghost 13 for us. And then we'll also have our running experts chiming in as well. But real quick, I just want to keep the momentum going for the Ghost 13. It's in every single email we've sent this week. I know you guys have already jumped on it. You know that we've got some great offers both on sale of previous models like the Ghost 12. But really, the Ghost 13 has been dominating our online searches and our website. So I want to go ahead and get you guys even more excited with a video that kind of promotes the new Ghost 13 and the excitement that we're all feeling from Brooks. All right, well, I hope you guys are excited by watching that video. I would have loved to have held up a Ghost 13 right now for you guys on the show, but I can tell you that it's so popular that when I asked to grab one from the store, they were very territorial and they wanted to make sure they had enough for this weekend. So hopefully you guys are this weekend heading out to Omega Sports to check out the new Ghost 13. Again, fantastic color selections. We've got a few of those color selections in store so you can feel it, touch it, try it on. Make sure you're getting properly fitted. If you're new to the Ghost 13, but you've heard all the hype about it, it is definitely one of the most popular Brooks models that are out there. But even more importantly, you can go online. There are a lot more colors available. We really tried to make sure we're picking colors that folks are really excited about and that we know that there's a interest in certain color schemes. I'll just put it out there like that. I mean, I know we played one, I think in today's email, that looks a little bit like Wonder Woman, a little bit more heroic colorway that I think is very popular and very eye-catching that I know a lot of folks will enjoy. It's a women's colorway that we had available. So Ghost 13, that's my mega news today. It is all about Ghost 13. And then just a quick reminder, we are still in the final days of our summer sneaker trade-in. The summer sneaker trade-in ends tomorrow, actually ends today, the 8th. So I was going to give you an extra day, but it actually ends today. So if you are familiar with our summer sneaker trade-in, you know, this year we did it virtual. You guys go online, you pledged your shoe, you took a picture of it. We've gotten over 200 plus submissions already. So 200 plus people are now going to give one and get one 30% off of a new shoe. So if you had donated a shoe online and submitted into our virtual summer sneaker trade-in, you would have gotten access to our 30% off of a regular price shoe. If you did not do that, you still have today an opportunity to go ahead and submit your shoe. That coupon, that offer, that code goes away after today. So at 11:59 p.m. this evening, that code will go away. Now, anyone who has already submitted and got the code will have the opportunity to shop for an additional week up until the 23rd, or they'll be able to shop all the way through to the 23rd because they already have their code. So again, today's the last day for the summer sneaker trade-in. Go online and submit your shoe. I think we can put the website up for you guys in a second, but just go to the website, make sure you're submitting your shoe. It's a 1, 2, 3 step process that's super easy. Take advantage of an opportunity to give one to help folks in need with a good running shoe or a walking shoe that you're willing to donate. And then, you know, you get the gift of enjoying a new pair of shoes at 30% off. Again, today's the last day at 11:59. That code goes away. I promise you, if you go to the website and you try to submit, you're not going to get that code. We're turning it off at 11:59. So today is the last day. So 2 major mega news announcements. Ghost 13 is here. We've got lots of colors available. And then today is the last day for our summer sneaker trade-in virtual event. If you go online, if you miss out on it, I'm sorry. We do have other offers, but this is the one offer you don't want to miss out on, and you can help your neighbors. All right. So I'm going to usually pivot over to our Insta faves. Today, I really have to put a spotlight on our good friend, Dr. Clay Sankey with True Motion Therapy. Always an Insta fave and always kind of merges right into my conversation about Insta faves. But me personally, I really loved the video that he recently shared because if you watch this video, not that you care about me, but you'll hear me say that is me. The video he did is about rib pain and how rib pain is, you know, something that a lot of people deal with, but they don't realize kind of how to treat it or how to prevent it or how to stretch it out. I've always just assumed it was back pain, and I always just felt that it was from an injury a long time ago, playing sports when I was young. But when I watched this video, I did some of those exercises and I already feel like I'm standing taller. I feel like I can breathe easier. It's been quite a relief. So I want to share this video with you guys. So today, my Insta fave is, once again, True Motion Therapy, and it is Dr. Clay Sankey talking about how to relieve and or prevent additional rib pain.
One common cause of pain in the mid-back that can lead to pain that wraps around your side is a rib issue. Oftentimes the joint that attaches the rib to the spine can become stuck. The muscles in between the ribs can go into spasm, and we just have a very painful situation. Again, that can lead to pain that wraps around the front. We can even get some pain in the front near the sternum here as well. When this is the case, when that joint's stuck, when those muscles are tight, we want to work on mobility. We want to loosen that area up. So we're going to go through 2 mobility drills that can help loosen those areas up. Oftentimes though, this can be very, very sensitive. So if that's the case, you might want to get it treated first, get everything calmed down, and then work on the mobility drills I'm about to show you. But if this is just one of those things where it's just kind of nagging you, these might help. We're going to start with some light foam rolling of the upper back, and I want to emphasize light foam rolling. We don't want to go too hard with this, just enough to give us a little bit of extra mobility through that upper back. So take your foam roller, put it on the floor. You're going to start kind of the mid-back area. We don't really want to go into the low back at all, just kind of mid-back area. Put your hands behind your head, and you're simply going to arch your back over the roller. It's okay to get a couple little pops in the spine as well. Once you've done that in one area, you're going to do it with the next. And continue to roll up the spine until you've cleared that whole upper back and worked through some good mobility. Now we're going to go through a great stretch for the side of the body. This is really nice for just opening up those rib spaces, giving us a little bit of extra breathing room. And we're really going to focus on our breath with this one. So you're going to get into a child's pose position with some sort of fixed object right here. This can be your couch, it can be a door frame, or a kettlebell like this. And if I want to stretch my right side, I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to put it on that left side of the kettlebell here with my thumb down. Then I'm going to lean into my right side, getting a really nice stretch all through here. Then I'm going to take a nice deep breath in through my nose, trying to fill up this space right here. As I breathe in, I'm going to get those muscles that are just stretching a little bit more. And then I'm going to exhale the tension and sink a little bit further into that stretch.
All right, well, once again, we want to thank our good friend, Dr. Clay Sankey from True Motion Therapy. I just want to remind folks, if you are in the South Charlotte area, True Motion Therapy is a fantastic practice that Dr. Sankey and his team do great work with runners, athletes, anyone who is overcoming an injury. Definitely check them out at truemotiontherapy.com. That's the website that you can go in and check out to see all the great services that they offer. And then, of course, on Instagram, let's go ahead and have you follow them at True Motion Therapy. Again, that's at True Motion Therapy on Instagram. They fill their pages with fantastic videos just like this. And then I didn't play it today, but they actually did a video, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, on how to choose the right running shoe. So I want to say hello to Eileen, who I see has joined us today. She's in our chat. Good morning, Eileen. Eileen, I know you're probably already active and you're running and you're doing all kinds of great things, but definitely check out Dr. Sankey's video on how to choose the correct running shoe. He obviously is supporting local as his 4th step. There's 4 steps he shared with everyone. I'll let you guys uncover and discover the first 3, but the 4th one I'm going to hint is go to your local neighborhood sports store or mega sports. That's the 4th step there. So I'll just make it simple for you guys there. Well, anyways, great video from Dr. Sankey. We had him on last week for a Ask Me Anything. If you guys haven't had a chance to see that video, we have had great reviews on that video. We had a lot of technical issues, but the content was fantastic. So you can always go into our Facebook page and watch the video again. You can share it with your friends. And we've been amplifying it and sending it out in our emails because it is packed with a lot of information. And pretty soon we'll actually have it put on our website as well to really kind of make sure that all those questions got answered from such an expert like Dr. Sankey. Real quick, before I go on to my next segment, I do want to just put out on the screen. So last day of Summer Seeker Trade-In, there is a URL we put in our our comments here, but it is actually gogo.omegasports.com. So just to make it super easy for folks, it's gogo.omegasports.com. That is because you can give one and get one. Remember, we talked about you donate a shoe, that's giving one, and then you get one 30% off. So you get one pair of regularly priced shoes 30% off when you actually go through the process on our virtual trade-in. So that's gogo.omegasports.com. I just want to make sure that you guys got that URL, mainly because I think it's fun to say gogo.omegasports.com. All right, so our next segment, we met Laura early in the show. I want to spend some time with Shred 415. They do a fantastic job motivating and inspiring folks to work out. We're going to hear a great story from the assistant manager, Laura, about what her journey was to fitness, and then learn a little bit more about what Shred 415 offers and what they're currently doing. But before we do that, let's go ahead and jump into a video that explains a little bit more about Shred 415 and just to kind of get your heart rate moving. All right, Laura, can you hear me?
Hey, yes.
All right, well, that was a quick intro video, and it said coming soon to Greensboro, but you guys are, in fact, I know you were in construction the last time we had the owner, Steve, with us on the interview, but you guys are fully in your studio right now, just kind of waiting for the doors to be able to be open, right?
Yes, absolutely. We're kind of waiting for phase 3.
Yep. And so I want to spend some time learning about your journey, but I just want to kind of get a few things out of the way. So we promote you guys a lot because you guys are doing really great things in the community. I know I've seen, and just kind of work me through this checklist. I know you guys are doing some outdoor events, socially distancing workouts outdoors because you're in the beautiful Friendly Center area of Greensboro, is that correct?
Yes, Friendly Center, which is an amazing, beautiful location. We're super excited to be in that shopping center.
Yep. And then I know I want to talk about some of the great things that folks will be excited to find in the studio. I know we talked about those dynamic treadmills that you guys have in your studio. Those are all now in. I remember they were coming in the last time we did an interview with the team. Now they're all installed, correct?
They're all in, yes. We use Woodway treadmills. It's not your typical treadmill that has the mat on top of a platform that just feels like you're running on really hard pavement. They use rubberized flaps on a magnetized drive system. So underneath those rubberized flaps, there's no platform. They're typically used in physical therapy offices. They're the best top of the line treadmills out there. They're so good on your joints. So the best.
Yeah, I know that we've had a lot of runners really talk about those are the treadmills, like the premier treadmills that everybody, really a lot of people don't have access to. So you guys have them. So let's start with first, what is Shred 415? Because I talked about treadmills, and folks may be watching that aren't familiar. They're going to say, what? You guys have treadmills in a fitness studio? So let's talk about what you guys actually offer at Shred 415.
Yeah. So it's a 60-minute high-intensity interval class that is broken up into 4 60-minute intervals, which is where the 415 comes in the name. We also have, and then we have strength training. So it alternates between drills on treadmills and strength training on the floor. So you spend 15 minutes on the treadmill and 15 minutes doing strength training in the back of the treadmill and then back to strength training, or vice versa. It's fast-paced. You're not just going to be running on the treadmill by yourself for 15 minutes. The instructor is going to lead you through a variety of intervals and drills that are focused on, that incline, the speed, the endurance. And then on the floor with the strength training portion, you're doing those exercises for 30 to 60 seconds at a time. It's fast-paced. The instructor demos every exercise. They provide form cues for every exercise and modifications for every exercise as well. And so it truly is a workout that's tailored to every single person out there, anyone in their fitness journey, just starting, to, been working out forever. We serve everyone at any point.
Yeah, and I know that it's important to really kind of put a spotlight on we can cater to every style of fitness or every kind of level of fitness that someone's at. You guys, when we watch a lot of these videos and these promotions with Shred 415, it looks really intense. I know I've talked to the owners, Bonnie and Tracy, who started this fantastic studio in Chicago, correct? It was Chicago that they started.
Yep.
They will make you sweat. This workout is really designed to make you sweat, but people should not be intimidated because your well-trained and very thoughtful, empathetic trainers will really work with folks just to make sure that everyone can get at that level of sweat that they need to really hit the milestones that they're looking for.
Absolutely, 100%. On the treadmills, you're welcome to walk, jog, or run. And we have people like, fitness places say that all the time. And then you go in there and everyone's running and you feel like you're out of place. Every single class, there's always someone walking, a couple people jogging, a couple people running. It's always, a little bit of everything in there. And you're welcome to do whatever you're comfortable with. And then on the floor with the strength training, we'll always give options like, for example, jumping jacks. Our instructors will always give the option to step those out instead. Or give you the option to, do push-ups from your knees instead of your toes. And so to always give you that option, we always have people taking different modifications for every exercise. And everyone's so focused on their own workout because it is so such high intensity. So like no one's worried about what anyone else is doing. Everyone's kind of focused on their own thing and making it through the workout.
Yep. Well, let's talk about you. I want to get back to high intensity workouts in a second, but let's talk about you now. Getting to know you, I guess people make the assumption you've been in fitness your whole life, but I guess that doesn't always happen for a lot of people. So you came to fitness kind of later in life. You want to tell us a little bit more about your fitness journey?
Yeah, absolutely. So I had 2 kids. Right now they're 6 and 4. And so shortly after, about a year after I had my son, my second, I was just taking care of kids, working full time as a teacher, and took 0 time for myself. And before I knew it, I was the biggest I've ever been, probably bigger than I was when I was pregnant. And it was 3 years ago, actually, this week that I kind of got fed up with where I was. And I realized, I wasn't happy looking at myself. I wasn't happy wearing clothes. I wasn't really happy with myself at all. And so I started a fitness journey. 3 years ago this week, I started exercising 5 to 6 days a week. I started, really watching what I was eating better, making much healthier choices. And so in 2 years, I lost 70 pounds. I went down 10 pant sizes from a size 16 to a size 6. And I dropped from an XL shirt size to a small. And that's smaller than I was in high school. Really, if you had told me, 2 years prior that I would have been a size 6, I would never believe you. And so I really, I love working out. I might hate it a little bit in the moment, but, I love working out. I love the feeling that you get. And now, I still obviously need to work out for my physical health, but I need it more for my mental health than anything at this point. And so, keeping active and taking that time for me as a mom, it's really important that I take some time for me. That's just for me to work on myself.
Yeah, I think that's really important. I love the story of your journey because I think it resonates with a lot of folks. We've heard this. We get people into Omega Sports that kind of tell us that they're going from couch to their first, race. And so they're taking those first steps to be proactive because they want some change in their life. And I just want to go backwards a little bit. So you had 2 kids. You were, I know, a high school teacher. So that's no pressure, right?
Yeah.
So you have your career that is kind of, taking your focus and you're, focus on that. And you have these young kids. Yeah, there becomes that, like, where's my time for myself? And then there's the opportunity for you to say, you know what, I don't like where I am right now. You said that you didn't like how you looked, you didn't like how you feel, but then fitness really kind of helped solve a lot of those things both from I had to make some proper changes for myself physically, but then mentally you got that relief as well. And then it became contagious.
100%. Yes, absolutely. Within maybe a month or two, I didn't miss workouts for anything. I was getting up at 5 in the morning to get my workout done before I went to work because I knew I would make excuses. Stuff always comes up during the day, so I ended up making excuses, and I knew that. So pretty early on, I just committed myself to getting up early and doing it. And, there's a lot of people that say, like, I could never get up that early. I'm like, you can, though. It's hard, and I go to bed early, but I knew I needed to do that for me. And so I was getting up early and getting it done. And it's the best way to start my day. Getting that workout in, getting it done. I feel great about myself. I start my day with energy and not, like slowly getting out of bed, drinking coffee, go in, get a workout done. And I feel like I can do anything during the day.
I think that's amazing. And I know we had a comment that came up on the screen. I just want to give you some love and applaud you for taking those first steps that then equaled a massive amount of weight that was lost, a new outlook on life that you were able to gain as well. So Erica says, yay, Laura. She's giving you some love there. It looks like Lori says, hey, Laura. And so you're getting some love out there in our Facebook comments here. But really, congratulations on taking that step. I think it's important for folks to realize now, 70 pounds is a lot of work. But even the folks that maybe don't need to lose that much weight, they struggle with that same motivation every single day. They struggle with just finding the time sometimes to make time for themselves. And then, just that mental strength of just get through it. And I know at Shred 415, you guys really have this culture. They're called shredders, correct?
Yes. Yep. Shredders are Shred fam.
Yeah. So there's a family and there's a culture. I know the last time we did a tour with you guys, there's motivation around everywhere, every corner of on the walls, everywhere you go. And then of course the trainers really push motivation. But talk about why that's important. So we'll talk about why people need to continue to stay moving and working right now when we're isolating at home and kind of distancing ourselves. But, I want to think beyond that. I want to think on the other side of this mountain that we're currently facing, where we get to be together again and we get to, support each other, in camaraderie. Tell me about the fellowship and the culture that Shred 415 really offers.
Yeah, it's so deep and it's really hard to put into words because our community is so supportive of each other. So when during a Shred 415 workout, you are next to people that are doing the same things as you, right? They might be on a different speed on the treadmill, right? But they're next to you, going through kind of those trenches with you. And so, you occasionally hear things like, you got this, you can do it, and that kind of thing, and, keeping people next to you motivated. 10 more seconds, you can do it. And same with the strength training on the floor is, you see someone else pick up heavier weights next to you, and you're like, I'll pick up heavier weights too, and you've got that accountability. You also have the accountability that as a lot of people come to kind of stay consistent with the times that they come to class. And so you also have the accountability of like not only the front desk, the trainers, right? Myself checking in, like, hey, I didn't see you at class yesterday. You also have the people in your class times that can hold you accountable as well. Our community has quickly made friends with each other, supporting each other, and just being there for each other, during workouts. Facebook group that's just for our members. And so we have an insane amount of support and accountability there as well, just cheering each other on and helping each other. Yep.
And so for folks that may be already interested, I know you guys have already gotten some great membership numbers. You're fairly new. You just came into the market for Greensboro, but this has been a success all around the country. So we're super lucky to have it here in Greensboro and in North Carolina. I know there's a Shred 415 in our neck of the woods where I am in Raleigh. So we're happy to have it. And you guys are doing some great work there. And then I know eventually we'll be in some other markets. Charlotte, I think, is on the horizon. So I just think it's really important for us to think beyond where we are now and get to that other side of fellowship and togetherness. And the world may change where we may still need to be super careful, but it sounds like in that caring culture that you guys promote, safety is obviously going to be the forefront of all of it. And the fact that you are in a community where you're not just one of many that show up, you really have a team there every single time you arrive. Most of the time you're running and exercising and doing HIIT training with the same folks that are in your time frame that you've been doing. And I think that's just a huge benefit for folks. So let's talk about membership. So the memberships that you guys offer, this isn't a, pay once and, show up and just come anytime you want to. I mean, this is really, in order to create that culture, this really is more of a choreographed, let's find the right time for you. Let's put you on for a few classes. Talk about the memberships and the time frames.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have two main packages. It's an 8-class pack, which is 8 classes a month. And that's a and then we have an unlimited package. Right now, in a couple of weeks, those rates are going to go up. And so we encourage folks to come on in and we can get them signed up, answer any questions for them, and show them around the studio. We'd love to show them around, walk a minute on the treadmills, of course, socially distant with masks on. And so so the 8-class pack right now is $109 a month, and then the unlimited membership right now is $149 a month. And like I said, in a couple of weeks, both of those prices are going to go up. And so we definitely want people to be able to take advantage of those rates now.
Yep. And so we want to quickly let people know if they want to find more information about, what specials are available. I want to just definitely make sure that folks have that. We'll put that up on the screen in a second. But again, I think it's really important, as you said, you can come in right now if you're in the Greensboro area and if you want to go through and do a what they call a socially distant tour of the facility. Schedule ahead, come on in, meet with Laura or someone in the team, and kind of go through and see what's available for this great membership. I think that's fantastic. And I know some people may be thinking, well, I go to a gym, or I was planning on joining a gym. Will I get the same benefits of a gym as I will in a fitness studio like Shred 415? And I think from all what I've seen, I think a lot of that answer is yes, because you do have the strength training, you do have instructor-led classes, you've got the treadmills, which, if you think about it, a lot of these instructor-led classes and studios are out there, they don't actually have the treadmills. So I think that's a unique selling proposition for you guys that people can enjoy, because most people, when they go to the gym, they do put some time in on the treadmill.
Yeah, absolutely. There's absolutely the same type of benefits to a gym, and I think even more so. So we combined that cardio with strength training in every single class, and all the classes are different. So our instructors have the capability to write whatever they want and program whatever they want. We do have days that are for like arms and abs, and a day that's for legs, butt, and core, and the other 4 days of the week are total body. And so every class is different. You'll never do the same class twice. It's not boring. It's constantly changing. It's different. We really go by the simple yet effective plan. We're not doing super complicated like exercises and moves. So it's simple yet effective. And you're having that cardio and that strength training. So you're going to be burning fat while building that lean muscle. And then, of course, muscle burns fat faster. So if that's one of your goals, it's really helpful. If your goal is just to like lean and tone up a bit, we got you there. It's really like a workout for anyone and everyone. It's, like I said, high intensity. It's high energy as well. So because you're doing those treadmill drills, and then you're changing exercises on the floor, the classes fly by so fast. I mean, 60 minutes is up before you know it. And 60 minutes, I instruct as well, and I tell my classes, listen, 60 minutes is less than 4% of your day. And I just ask for 100% of what you have today to give to this class. It's only 4% of your day. So come in, give 100%. You can leave here feeling accomplished, feeling like $1 million, which they should. And we have some fun, while we work out too. We laugh a bit. we sing along to the music that's playing. So it's just all around feel good workout, and that's what I really love about it.
Yeah, I'm curious, what's easier, teaching high schoolers or active adults to do push-ups as many times as they need to?
It's the burpees that gets them. The burpees.
Burpees. Ah,
Yeah. Don't make
we
run it
had
up to burpees.
I forgot that my InstaFave, we just had a InstaFave I put up there that said 2020 is like doing burpees. Like nobody wants to do them, but you got to get through it. So that was a pretty,
You're stronger, and you're stronger on the other side.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, so, let's talk about, because not everyone, one, lives in Greensboro. And the fact that we really at Omega Sports really just want to promote people staying active and moving. So let's talk about the importance of like HIIT training, because I think some people know what that is, but let's talk about why that's become such a popular form of movement and exercise. Because if you're at home and you are socially distancing, or maybe you are told you have to self-isolate because maybe someone in your family is close to you, with COVID, but you still want to stay active. You don't want to give up and just sit on the couch, because I promise you, no matter what the pandemic or no matter what is going around, staying, immobile and not moving and not active is never a good recommendation. So let's talk about just HIIT training, like why the benefits of that, and why, if not with you in Greensboro, how could other folks see the benefits of HIIT training?
Yeah, absolutely. So HIIT training is a great option. Number one, it's typically like full body. You're working like that full body, and you're also working at kind of max capacity. And so it's quick and effective, and you don't have to like work out for hours and hours a day to see results. It can be 45 minutes, an hour, even 30 minutes is better than nothing at all. And doing, your best for however long you have. If you're busy with work, with kids, that kind of thing, whatever you can fit into your day, is what we recommend doing. Shred 415 actually released a video on demand service. And so it is during the quarantine and pandemic around the United States at Shred locations, Shred instructors, normally right from their houses, their living rooms, they did virtual workouts for their members. And so they recorded those. And so Shred 415 Corporate put together this whole video on demand service. It's got tons of videos. There's, total body, arms and abs, legs, a leg day. There's guided runs. There's a teen workout on there. There's a kids workout on there. And starting next week, it's going to be continually updated with new videos every week from now on. And so that's a service you can get all by itself. Or you can add that on to an existing membership. So if you're a member at a Shred location, you can add that on to an existing membership for a little bit lower than if you were just doing it by itself.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. On the screen, we've got the actual URL. So if folks are interested, you can obviously go to shred415.com and probably uncover it, but that's the actual direct link there for those virtual on-demand services. I think it's fantastic. I think if you want to stay active and you find an on-demand service, and you guys, obviously with your positivity and your fellowship that is contagious, I think the on-demand services you guys are offering is great, because now I can watch it and do it with my spouse. I can do it with my family. If you are staying at home, get everybody up and moving. It's not just something that you're doing for yourself. So your spend is a lot nicer because you get to do it for your whole household. So I think that's a great opportunity there. And I will say, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of HIIT training, because I'm not as strong as Laura is here. But one thing I do like about HIIT training is that it's, I go into it knowing there are these built-in little breaks for me. So I focus getting through the session because I know there's going to be a cool down for a minute or so in between. So if you've never done it before, definitely understand that it gets your heart rate up, and then it helps you take that cool down and get right back up. And all of that will really become very contagious, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then, our instructors in class will also give a, time check throughout class as well. And so you'll know how much you have to push for. And the same with the virtual on-demand workouts is the instructors in those as well will give time checks. So like, okay, 30 seconds, I can push for 30 more seconds. Really that's nothing, right? Until you're doing like burpees, But yeah, it's, I like those time checks just to know like how much longer I have, and I can push for that 30 seconds and then a recovery is coming.
Yeah. And so I just want to go back to your own personal story. So what do your two kids think of mommy right now? So mommy is now a fitness guru. She's out there motivating people, changing their lives. And you just, I would imagine, are happier and have such a bright outlook on things.
Yes, I am a much happier and well-rounded wife, mother, and person now that I'm taking care of myself. And during quarantine, when I was doing the at-home workouts, I'd get up early and do them. But if one of them got up early, down they come, and up soon they're doing a plank right next to me. But I think it's good to see that, and that to build exercise into your routine, so your kids see it. It's such a good role model to start that young. Just little things here or there, and healthy eating choices, instill that now as well. It's so important.
Yeah. Again, kudos for, taking the opportunity to make the positive changes and then finding a new passion. Because again, I think it was 10 years as a teacher, now moving into, kind of motivating and shaping adults to find that love and passion in fitness. So I think it's just as important.
Yeah, I would have never, if you had told me 3 years ago that I would be here, I would have never believed you.
Well, I think your story is going to inspire a lot of folks. I think, when people do not think they have it in them to do these certain exercises, or they do not have it in them to be disciplined on their diet or make better, healthier choices, and then they learn how to do it, it becomes a way of life for them. And then they want to share it with everyone. And I think that's what I am encouraged to see, that Steve, the franchise owner in Greensboro, saw that opportunity in you and said, hey, I need you in the studio. I need you sharing that story with folks and motivating folks. I think the team over in Greensboro is going to have a lot of success. So for folks that are out there watching, and folks that will watch this when we have it available and we continue to keep pushing it out, I just want to remind folks, supporting local is more important now than ever. And even though we read in the news, we're in phase 2, not yet phase 3, whatever, I think it's still important that we look at these stories, these journeys of folks that are dedicating themselves to fitness, dedicating themselves to motivating folks to continue to move and stay active. And we need to continue to support them locally. So I encourage folks to go to shred415.com, find one in their location. If you're in Greensboro, you guys are open, meaning you are taking your memberships. You have ways to work out with folks, whether it's on demand or maybe individual. I know there's a lot of ways to do that, so that folks get what they need with the spend that they're spending for those memberships. But I don't think people need to wait, I guess, is my headline there. I think supporting local and supporting all these fantastic trainers. I know you guys have a lot of trainers that really their passion in life is to just help people. And when something like quarantine or restrictions restrict their ability to do that, that doesn't help our society. That doesn't help our culture. So I encourage folks to, if you are interested in being with like-minded folks that are interested in the best fitness and workouts, find a location, find a group, find a collection of individuals that think like you, and take the time to investigate it, research it, and then if you have the money to do it, go ahead and just put that money towards it, versus probably the things that you shouldn't put your money towards. I'm one of those absolute folks that if you looked at my credit card bill, you'd say, you spent what on what for how many? You bought how many donuts today? Versus I could have taken my money and done something more positive with it.
Absolutely. And our unlimited membership now works out to like $5 a day. And I sometimes compare that, a cup of coffee, eating out and people taking away from some of those things. I also always encourage people to think about it. It's an investment in you. It's an investment in your health, like long term. So that's the best part. And it truly is. And, I went in scared, of course, and looking at that price tag, and, when you realize that, like, you can cut out some things in your life to save this money and put it towards your health and you and being a better person all around and a happier person, definitely encourage them to do that.
Yeah, I used to have people tell me, and I used to think it was a little bit corny, but I'm a cornball, so I'm going to say it. Are you not worth it? Are you not worth that money to gift yourself? Because you probably are doing things that are probably you think are fun or gifts for yourself, but they're actually doing you harm. And I'm talking about, spending too much money on food, too much money on alcohol, too much money, buying things that you have in abundance that you don't need. But really taking that money and that investment in yourself towards a better you, and not only that, I know that I've made great friends during these types of investments in myself. So it's not just you're doing it for yourself, you're actually doing it and you now fall into a family, and that's like the best reward that you get back. Erica is in comments right now that wants to remind folks that when you join the Shred family, it says that the first class is always free. Grab a friend and come shred with Laura and family.
Yes. Yep. Your first workout with us is always free. So we would love to give you some more information about that.
There you go. So Erica gets a point today.
Point today for Erica. Thanks, Erica.
There you go. She gets to do one less burpee.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
There you go. Well, Laura, it's been fantastic to spend the morning with you. Again, I know you're at home today. And then, of course, you've got both the on-demand and some individualized training that you guys are doing. I wish you guys all the success. Omega Sports, we're fans of you guys. We want you guys to be successful. We'll do whatever we can. And of course, I can't wait to get my team in the studio. I keep telling them they need to get in there safely, but get in there and to really kind of experience what you guys are doing. And I think I've heard we have something planned. So be prepared to see our Omega Sports experts in there. And I don't want you to be kind. I want you to really, unless I'm in the class, don't be kind. Make them go through it.
Burpees, the whole class.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Well, Laura, I want you to enjoy your weekend. I know you've got your kids, your family. Stay motivated. I love that you are a great addition in the fitness world. And then especially for our Greensboro market, where people just continue, especially now than ever, they need to be motivated and they need folks that are kind and generous with their time. So I appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. And we appreciate all of your support.
Absolutely. All right. Well, have a great weekend, Laura. And I'm going to go ahead and close the show. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that interview. Laura's been fantastic. Everybody at Shred 415, Steve, who is probably watching this, I want to give him a shout out for curating just an amazing, amazing team all the way up through the corporate staff of Shred 415. You guys really are doing something very special. And just a quick reminder of what I said, now more than ever, it's time to support local. And, we say things like franchise, we say things like, it's a national brand. But remember, there's a local franchise owner that is curating very talented, passionate, enthusiastic fitness folks that need your support. So when you have the opportunity, go to Shred 415, click on the Greensboro button, click on the button that's nearest to you, do some research, and really dive into this great culture that they're promoting that is just nothing but positivity, nothing but encouragement, and nothing but accountability. So you guys definitely check it out. I want to thank you guys for joining us again for Saturday Mega Wellness. We do this every Saturday morning. I wake up, I get in the office, turn on the lights, and we do this, and we'll have more guests coming up. We've got some fun things planned to get us through August, going back into the fall, even more shoe drops. We have more brand experts coming on the show with us. So continue to keep watching us. And we've got even more content that we're going to be releasing pretty soon. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. Again, we are open. Shop this weekend if you're able to. Go out and have some fun. We've got some fantastic shoes we want to put on your feet and gear you up with all of our fun apparel and accessories. All right. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.